Fayetteville, North Carolina, April 14, 2012. Specialist Kelli Bordeaux, a vibrant 23-year-old soldier stationed at Fort Bragg, stepped out for a night of karaoke at a local bar, the Time Out Sports Bar. She was scheduled to report for duty the next morning, but she never showed. This wasn't like Kelli. Her absence immediately triggered alarm bells among her unit and family. The initial search was frantic, focusing on the area around the bar. But as days turned into weeks, the hope of finding Kelli alive began to fade, replaced by the grim reality that something sinister had occurred. The military police and local law enforcement launched a massive investigation, but the trail was cold almost instantly. Who saw Kelli last, and what happened when the music stopped? From the outset, investigators focused on the person closest to Kelli, her husband, Mike. Though they were separated and living apart, Mike was quickly identified as a person of interest. His demeanor during questioning was reportedly evasive, and his timeline for the night Kelli disappeared contained inconsistencies. Furthermore, friends and family revealed a history of volatility and domestic disputes in their marriage. The narrative began to form, a troubled relationship culminating in a desperate act. Mike maintained his innocence, claiming he was hours away when Kelli vanished. While the evidence against him was circumstantial, the pattern of spousal involvement in missing persons cases made him the prime, albeit frustratingly unprovable, suspect for the initial months of the investigation. The case quickly became a media sensation, but the attention also brought noise. Tips poured in, leading the police down countless dead ends. There were initial reports of Kelli leaving the bar with a mysterious man, possibly a fellow soldier, or maybe even getting into a taxi. Each lead was a red herring, distracting resources and delaying the inevitable realization that the killer was likely someone unexpected, hidden in plain sight. The search broadened to wooded areas and abandoned properties, turning up nothing but frustration. The investigation stalled, plagued by the lack of physical evidence and the inability to definitively link Mike to the crime. The public outcry grew louder, demanding answers the police simply couldn't provide. As the months turned into a year, the case of Kelli Bordeaux went cold. Her disappearance became a haunting unsolved mystery, a poster on the wall of the Fayetteville Police Department. The initial frenzy subsided, but the pain for Kelli's family remained raw. They continued to hold vigils and press conferences, refusing to let the world forget Kelli. This period of stagnation was the hardest for investigators. They had exhausted their primary suspect and followed every viable tip. The killer, whoever they were, had successfully covered their tracks. Yet, cold cases are never truly closed. They simply wait for a catalyst, a new piece of technology, a change of heart, or a mistake, to reignite the search for justice. The breakthrough finally arrived 2 years later, in August 2014, when police received information about a local man named Nicholas Holbert. Holbert was a registered sex offender who lived near the bar Kelli was last seen. He had initially been questioned but dismissed. However, new evidence suggested he had been communicating with Kelli on the night she disappeared. Investigators brought Holbert in again, this time armed with more specific questions and a renewed determination. Under intense pressure, Holbert began to crack. The dam of secrets burst, and he revealed the horrifying truth, confirming everyone's worst fears. Kelli Bordeaux was dead, and he knew exactly where her body was buried. Holbert confessed that he had met Kelli at the bar and offered her a ride home. Instead of taking her to her apartment, he drove her to a secluded, wooded area. His confession detailed a brutal assault and murder, followed by the careful concealment of her body in a shallow grave behind a trailer park. He led investigators directly to the location, confirming the tragic end of Kelli's search. The discovery brought a wave of relief that the family finally had answers, mixed with the profound grief of knowing the truth. The meticulous detail in Holbert's account left no doubt as to his guilt. The evidence recovered from the scene corroborated his story, finally shifting the focus of the case from the husband to the actual killer. Holbert's testimony was crucial, but the investigation wasn't over. Detectives pressed him on whether he acted alone. Holbert eventually implicated his girlfriend, Megan, suggesting she had helped him cover up the crime and dispose of key evidence. This revelation added a new layer of complexity to the case, a possible accomplice who aided the killer in maintaining his secret for 2 years. Megan was subsequently arrested and charged with accessory after the fact. While her involvement was less direct than Holbert's, Her alleged actions demonstrated the lengths people will go to protect a dark secret, even if it means obstructing justice for a murdered soldier. The legal proceedings against Nicholas Holbert moved forward swiftly, bolstered by his confession and the physical evidence. Facing overwhelming proof, Holbert pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. This plea spared Kelli's family the trauma of a lengthy, public trial, but it didn't lessen the severity of his sentence. He was sentenced to 25 to 31 years in prison. The conviction was a bittersweet victory for the community and for Kelli's family. Justice had been served, but the cost was the life of a promising young woman. Megan, the alleged accomplice, also faced the consequences of her actions, though her sentence was significantly lighter, reflecting her lesser role in the actual murder. The case of Kelli Bordeaux serves as a grim reminder of the dangers lurking in the shadows, even in seemingly safe military communities. Kelli was a dedicated soldier, a daughter, and a friend, whose life was brutally cut short by a predator who had previously slipped through the cracks of the justice system. Her story highlights the dedication of cold case investigators and the resilience required to pursue truth, no matter how long it takes. While Kelli is gone, her memory lives on, preserved not just in the hearts of those who loved her, but in the records of the justice system that finally held her killer accountable. We remember Kelli Bordeaux, the soldier who deserved to come home.